the ABC 27 News Facebook page. Like us today.
It's time for The View, America. Hillary's email scandal keeps growing. But did she spill high-level secrets, or did SNL get it right this weekend?
Those emails are clean as a whistle. This is not how Hillary Clinton goes down.
And Han Solo's flight ended in the best crash landing ever. Find out how his wife and Princess Leia are trying to ground him for life. The Glamazon supermodel of the world, RuPaul, is hitting our catwalk and revealing what stars are helping him fire up his brand new drag race. And it was the game-changing sketch comedy that launched the careers of J-Lo, Jim Carrey, and Rosie Perez. In Living Color alum Tommy Davidson's looking back at the wildest moments on and off camera.
It's no jumping jack flash, but it helped pay for the jewelry, babe, okay?
This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez. And today, actress Garcelle Beauvais is jumping into the co-host chair. It all starts now.
Welcome, hello, and welcome to The View. Welcome to The View, y'all. And of course, that was the classic hit Supermodel by RuPaul, who will be here later in the show. Now, joining us as guest co-host today, please welcome Garcelle Beauvais. What's happening, Garcelle?
So happy to be here. I can't believe you guys come out to this every day.
Yeah.
I want this.
Yeah. We get lucky.
How fabulous.
We get very lucky. We once came out and there wasn't a sound. We felt so bad we had to go back and change our clothes.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because we find if our clothes are as loud as the audience, we get a greater reception.
Okay.
Speaking of a great reception, thank you. Rosie Perez, congrats. You had your official of the Larry David play Fish in the Dark on Thursday night. Did you have a great time?
I had a ball. I had a blast. The cast was stellar. Larry was stellar. The audience was stellar. We had so much fun. The funniest thing that happened that night was, oh, that's me and Larry. There's Rita Wilson, who's just fantastic in the show. Louis Stadler, who plays Uncle Stewie. He's hilarious. Ben Shankman. We also have Jane Howdyshell, who's Broadway royalty. She is fantastic. But the funniest thing about opening night, I come out on stage, I'm doing my scenes, getting laughs. I turn to my stage left, and I see Nicole Wallace in the middle of my performance going, I know her! I know her!
That's hilarious.
My husband's like, don't embarrass Whoopi. I'm like, what about Rosie? He's like, Whoopi's right there. No, can I just say, it was like the thrill of a life. I've never been to an opening night. I've only been to probably a dozen Broadway performances in my life. Seeing you on that stage, I almost burst. I almost died. And I kept saying, she's the best person out there. And I was like, don't say that in front of the other actors, but you were. You were unbelievable. And this one, walking in with her, it's like walking in with royalty. You know, I felt like a White House staffer again. I'm like, back off, please. Let's cross an intermission.
No.
So it was like
I guess that's the play I should see while I'm here in New York.
oh, good luck on the ticket.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Wait,
It's sold out.
I know
It's sold
somebody.
out.
I actually went
got
on a
you.
date with Larry David once.
You did?
I did Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I've loved the show forever, so I was like, I'll do it for free. So I did it, and then when I got my divorce, he asked me out, and he complained the entire time that he had to take the 405 to come and meet me in the Valley in Los Angeles.
Funny.
We had a great time.
I want to hear all about that. I want to hear all the
I don't know if I can handle any more than that. What is that? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, but everybody came out. out. Everyone came out.
Yeah,
You were
Tom
amazing.
Hanks,
You were amazing.
Sally Field, James Franco, Edie Falco, Joy Behar, Christine Lottie, Susie Etzman, Richard Lewis, Ron Howard, Barbie Carnivale, and Rose Byrne, and this one.
Oh, I had the best time.
Yes, it was great.
So awesome.
Yeah, and you know, it's just fantastic. She's just fantastic. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Nicole still doesn't know anyone. She goes, oh, I think that guy from Entourage was sitting next to me.
No. I don't know anyone, and I don't know anyone. We'll leave it at that. I think I offended a few people, and I'm so sorry, you guys.
That's okay. Me too. I walk in with my head down because all I want to see is feet.
Yeah.
It's all I can handle. But you know, speaking of feet, Hillary Clinton has yet to speak out about using her personal email account for business while she was Secretary of State. But some Republicans and some Democrats are urging her to address this. Now, SNL had a little fun with what she might have to say about it. Take a look.
My work emails are professional, and my emails with friends are innocent and fun. Like this one, a friend wrote to me, "Hey girl, still up for a movie tonight? I heard that new Bradley Cooper one is hot. What do you want to see?" And I responded with, "I want to see myself as President of the United States of America." See? Just fun woman talk. And in emails to Bill, the only thing you'll dig up is a little bit of mature romance. Take a look at this sexy email I sent him on our anniversary. "Dear Sir or Madam, congratulations on your continued marital success. I would like to schedule a sit-down at your earliest convenience. Regards, the office of Hillary Clinton."
Discussed this last week. I told you that this was going to be a big deal. I told you that the Republicans are going to run with it. This is going to be an issue for her, and you said no.
I didn't say no. I said this didn't surprise me because this is what the Clintons do, and so far, the voters don't get that worked up about the Clintons operating by their own set of rules.
That's true.
Now, the media is hysterical about this. I was on a Sunday show yesterday. The reporters were far more disturbed by this than I was. Let me say, she will have greater problems if she appears to be at odds with members of her own party, and that started to happen yesterday. Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein was really tough on her, and if she starts to have a fight with the Republican-controlled committee investigating Benghazi, for example, the photo of Hillary Clinton on her BlackBerry that became famous, of her sitting there on the airplane right there.
Yeah.
The emails that she sent, I'm guessing she wasn't just looking at pictures. The emails she sent that day have not been turned over to the committee investigating Benghazi. You know where she was going? She was on her way to Libya. So she will have a political problem. Right now, she has a massive press problem.
Well,
she will
I
have a
also think it's
political
really
problem.
distracting. I think this is a distraction. I mean, I can't understand why anybody on her team didn't say that she needs to have an email that's public. You know, and also, I think also, like, why wouldn't that be something that somebody brings up? And I think we need to stay focused on the topics, what's her platform, as opposed to, you know, all this stuff beforehand. I mean, I think we really need to know.
Will it even matter if she doesn't run?
Of course not. If she doesn't run, it won't matter.
You don't think she's going to run?
I'm not sure that she's going to run. I don't know that she's going to run. You know, listen, she knows what's waiting for her. And it's a lot of stuff. Whether you like Hillary or not, you know, the poop slingers are waiting.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be bringing Bill up. They're going to be bringing this and that up. And sometimes you don't want to have to relive that crap.
But nobody slings poop better than the Clintons. I mean, they know, they made, no, I'm serious. They know how to play the, my point is they know how to play the game. They have very sharpened political skills, and they have great allies. So if she wants to play, there are plenty of people willing to defend her.
That's not true. I mean, this politician just took his life recently because the poop was slung at him in regards to his religious beliefs. And you know, I mean, you can't say that they're the worst. I mean, there have been terrible, slanderous campaigns on both sides. You cannot say that it's worse.
No, that is true.
And I disagree with you. Why? I I think that it is a big deal. She didn't do anything against the law, but she did not follow. Okay, it's under debate. But right now they're saying that she didn't follow the rule of protocol.
Right. Yeah, but why
wasn't
anybody on her camp saying this?
Exactly. Why didn't the president say something?
Right.
If she emailed President Obama.
I think everybody is kind of busy. I think everybody's kind of busy.
But what would be the point?
If she had had a you, someone who knows what the protocol is someone who says, oh my God, you got to go do this. But, you know, I don't think it's that they were just trying to get over. I think she probably just was like, look, I didn't want to take this damn job to begin with. But so I'm just going to I'll send you from my house. You know?
Do you think she's going to address it? Do you think she has to?
Maybe she'll come here and do it.
That would be
she
great.
will.
I would just love to have her here, regardless of the email situation, just to ask her and sit down and talk to her would be a great privilege.
She's a great chick, and Bill is great. Yeah. Listen,
I'm a fan of them.
All these families who have run for office all have a little bit of that elitism that everybody tried to point out and say Obama. He's not the only one that's had it. People have gone to Yale. They're all elitist, all of them. If you're running for president, you're an elitist. I'm just going to say it. But I do think that sometimes people forget, you know, what seems like entitlement might actually be something they're supposed to be doing. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure I understand, because people have said it before that they are entitled, but I don't see why. I don't get it.
I disagree, because President Carter wasn't an elitist. He was the first one that brought back getting out of the car and walking during Inauguration Day the way they did back in the 1800s. You know, he said, I want to be with the people. I don't think that every single person that has run for president or has taken the office is an elitist, and so I
think if you
I don't think that there's anything wrong with Hillary having money and Hillary having a certain lifestyle.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's helping everything.
But Whoopi's point is absolutely right. Once you become president, you are, for your own safety, cut off from the world. You are thrust into a bubble so that you survive the presidency.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy thing, but yeah, you know. It's just the way crap happens, babe. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
Is Apple about to change the world again? Check out the one to watch next.
Hey, welcome back. Listen, we're sending our best wishes to Harrison Ford to, you know, get well soon after his picture-perfect crash landing on a golf course on Thursday. And people wasted no time on the internet having a little fun with it. Check it out. That's it?
Han Solo, the plane he flew. Get it, you guys? He was Han Solo. Okay, so I watched this on Thursday night, and all I could think of was I would never let my husband drive a car from World War II. Like, why did Callisto let him fly a plane from World War II?
Well, you know what? I think he's been flying for quite some time.
Well,
so I think he's
really good at it, obviously.
Yeah. But you know what? As a single woman, I know now where to go looking for a doctor to marry. The golf course.
Yes.
That's where I'm going. I'm going to learn how to play golf.
You didn't know that. That's why you're saying
Yeah, that's no surprise. You know, speaking of planes, though, what I was really impressed with, besides Harrison Ford's flying skills, is that over on the BBC, they were talking about there is a solo plane that is being tested, purely run on solar power, and it will be able to fly for 5 days straight.
So I wouldn't let my husband on that plane either.
No.
Okay, but it's in it, it's revolutionary, and it's in the beginning stages. We're all at war only because of fossil fuel and all this. One day, solar energy is going to take over, and it's just going to make the world a better place. So I think that this is fascinating.
Okay, but would you let your husband or your kid on that plane is what I want to know.
No, I wouldn't get on it.
But I would never let anyone I love on a solar plane.
No, not on that prototype. No.
Exactly.
No. When it's once developed, I'm sure nobody wanted to get on the first plane with the Wright brothers. They were probably like, hell no.
Would you get on that?
I could answer. Not only would she not get on that plane. You can't even watch these stories. I see you over here. You're like, hey.
Yeah, no, I don't like stories, and I'm so glad he was able to walk away from him, because we always see these freaking stories where it's not, the outcome is not so good.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan, and I know that I have to do it, but I don't like it. I have a rock and roll bus, which I'm very happy for, and eventually I'll be able to drive that bad boy onto a ship that will take me to the Sahara. Where I can get in the bus and drive to Dubai and look at that plane.
Yeah.
That's,
I'm with you.
But that's me. That's just me. But you know, aviation has come a very, very, very long way. So you, in many respects, you are correct. It is a great next step. Let's see if they can, how it works out.
Yeah.
I got my fingers crossed for everybody else, not for me.
I think it's a great idea.
And also, talking about not for me, this weekend we set the clocks forward for daylight savings time. Why? Why are we still doing this?
You know what?
Why don't, make up your mind. Do you want it to be this time right now? Or do you want it to be later now?
Right.
You know what? Can I make this about me for a second? I was on the brink. You know, my seasonal affective disorder and my binging on Chex Mix was really like, I was going to either jump off a tall building or they were going to move the clocks forward. So I'm super happy it's light out till 7. I'm into it.
Me too. I'm into it too. I feel like
I'm happy for it. I just want somebody to make up their mind.
You just want it to stay the same.
What? Phoenix is the same all the time. They don't. They're a little crazy in Phoenix, but I'm just saying.
No, I like it too. I mean, for me, I have little kids, and you know, playing baseball or football, whatever. If you can stay out later and get, you know, energy out and run, to me, I'm all for it. But let's just keep it one way. I agree with you. Just
Make one time.
Yeah.
Who's begging for it to change every couple of months? I don't like it.
Keep it light.
Yeah, we'll be right back with more hot topics. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. President George W. Bush is there. He was right there. But somehow the New York Times cropped him out of their photograph, but he's in this one. He's there. Okay?
I actually tweeted that picture, and I didn't even know he was there. Do you know what I mean?
He wasn't mentioned in the article
Why
either.
would they do that?
Well, I don't know. I'm a Republican, so I have my theories about the New York Times. But, you know, you know why he was there?
Great to show unity.
He reauthorized the Voting Rights Act in 2006. I was in the room when he met with the Congressional Black Caucus. I was on the South Lawn when he signed the bill. I think we have a picture of the bill signing. There was no debate about the reauthorization of the Voting Rights Act in 2006.
Why? Because it's just, why can't they just sign it into law so they don't have to keep re-signing?
The Supreme Court got involved in 2013, I think, and made some parts of it unconstitutional. So I think that's why they're messing with it now. But it's so amazing how I was shocked and embarrassed that there weren't. I was so proud that George W. Bush was there. Kevin McCarthy was there, a very important figure in the Congress. But it's confusing to me why they weren't all there, and I want to know more about what the politics are. Why, you know, maybe there was
I thought it was embarrassing as well, and I thought that what was going on with Netanyahu, what's going on now in Wisconsin and Ferguson, it's just hurt. It hurt as a nation for me not to have everybody there so that we can say we have learned from our mistakes, we have progressed as a country, and we're moving on.
Well, this would have been... To me, this would have been the perfect place to show unity, to show that we're growing, to show that things are moving forward in a positive way. So for them not to be there, for also for the media not to.
Hillary and Bill Clinton weren't there either. So there were a lot of important
people. This would have been the perfect opportunity to
there were
unite.
Enough folks. We didn't need them there. We needed the Republican Party to be there, particularly because, you know, a couple of months ago, people kept saying, well, you know, this used to be the party of Lincoln. We were right there. Well, you know what? You want to bring folks along, you got to be inclusive. You needed, some of you needed to be there. There's just no way. We should have gone.
We should have gone. And George W. Bush, if you watch the video, George W. Bush and Michelle Obama look like they're playing, you know, hangman or something. I mean, they're playing Yahtzee or something. They're talking and laughing through the whole thing. So I was happy not just to see George W. Bush there, but to see George W. Bush displaying such warmth to the Obamas made me happy. He stood up and applauded during parts of the speech, and he and Michelle had a nice rapport.
And I say it again, I don't understand why this bill isn't final. Finalize it. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We're just not going anywhere. You know, because it just feels like you're not totally here, like we're not totally here, which somebody has to sort of re-sign it in. What the hell? What, you want to see if we're good behavior? Yeah, we've been pretty good. Sign us in. But there is, as always, proof that racial relations in America still have a really long way to go. This video of the University of Oklahoma fraternity that just emerged and led to the chapter being closed, it's crazy. Take a look.
It's so disturbing, I can't even tell you. I feel that this day and age, these are the people that are going to have our future. This is the young folks. And for them to still be saying things like this to me is unbelievable.
Well,
I'm a mom of 3 boys. It's just ridiculous. What's the university saying about it?
Well, this chapter has been closed. The students have been suspended. Look, I think that a sign of progress isn't that you never see any bad behavior. It's that behavior like that is acted upon and punished swiftly, and it was. So, you know.
Well, it was, but it shouldn't have been in the first place.
Well, but as I said last week, race is always going to play an issue in the United States. It just is the way it is. But if we, as you just said, see it, smack it down, remove it, so that people understand that it's not the norm. It's not the way that most people think. There are people who think that way. Black, white, Asian, name a group. Everybody has said something sideways. We've all done it. But do we feel it all the time? That's what we have to be careful of. Because that, on the bus, not gonna work. Hey, but you know what? If we had UFC Women's Champion Ronda Rousey in such a dominant position, she'd have beat the poop out of all of us. You know? Because, I mean, a lot of people think she could beat men who are in her weight class, and she recently schooled a reporter child who wasn't buying it. Take a look.
I've got to be honest. I don't think you have as much strength and can compete with a man, even though I'm a white belt.
I'm sorry.
I landed on my in my ribs.
I love it.
She actually broke the man's ribs. She actually broke the man's rib with that one takedown.
Wow.
Ronda Rousey is a badass, and I hear a little secret that she might be coming through.
It's quite possible that she's going to be here with us on the beer. That's it. You know.
She is one bad chick.
Yeah, we need to send her to a couple of these places.
Yeah, right?
Say, yeah, get on the bus with these fools.
Yeah.
Take care of them. You know what? We don't even have to talk about that no more. Not anymore. You know what we have to talk about right now? The fact that we're going, but when we come back, who's coming back with us? RuPaul, baby. RuPaul.
RuPaul is telling you which stars are getting in gear for this season's drag race and how he wants you to join the party and work it. Next.
And greatest drag queen superstar has returned for the 7th season of his hit reality competition show, RuPaul's Drag Race. Please welcome back the amazing and fabulous RuPaul!
Wow, it's so surreal. It's so weird to be on The View. And I think this is my 4th time on The View.
Yeah.
It's crazy talk. It's a new level of gay crazy. Yeah. That's my new term. I say that
gay
every
crazy?
time. Yeah, gay crazy. That's my new term. I say it every time I can. Every chance you get, say, oh my God, that's a new level of gay crazy.
Okay.
It's
Well, here's a new level of gay crazy.
What is it? What is it?
RuPaul's Drag Race is back for its 7th season. There are 14 drag queens competing to be America's next drag superstar.
Yes.
What makes a real drag superstar?
You know, you have to have all of the elements. You have to have the it factor. You have to be able to understand what history is and draw from pop culture.
Right.
And you have to have a sense of humor, for crying out loud. Oh my God. You know, people take themselves so seriously, and drag really does. Drag throughout the ages has told each culture to not take yourself seriously.
Right.
You are not what it says you are on your driver's license.
Right.
You know, you're not just a Republican white woman from Syracuse.
Thank God.
You know what I mean? You are more than that. You are actually, and I didn't make this up. Somebody else said it better. You are actually God in drag as a human on this planet. That may be too heavy for a lot of people.
No, I like that.
But it's true. It's true. And you know. But that's what makes a great drag queen.
I love that.
7 seasons, Whoopi.
7, baby.
That's like, a gold medal.
Yeah.
You look in television. 7 seasons. Crazy.
Of course, I haven't judged yet.
And you did shake up the judging panel this year, right?
Well,
you have 2 new judges?
We have
Do you need...
I want you on there. We want you.
So much.
Look, your tuchus needs to get out to L.A., you know.
Oh, yeah, that's
because
true.
That's the thing. You're here all the time.
That's true, because I have a whole new drag look I want you to see.
Really?
Oh, darling.
What is
Please
that?
do go on the show. I have to tell you, I was a guest on your
sure
show.
were.
She was.
And so was one of my favorite actresses, Chloe Sevigny.
Yes.
And it just, every celebrity wants to be on your show because it's so much fun. That's my personal opinion. I think you should go. I think you should do the drag.
I'm going to get some hair.
Oh, my God, it'll be fabulous. Well, why do you think that everybody wants to go on your show besides the fact that it's just fun?
Listen, if you're in show business, everybody knows that there's a persona that you put on stage, and then there's the person you are off stage. And that's what drag is. And I think that celebrities, I mean, actually, even if you work at McDonald's, you know you have to put on a face to go and say, you want to supersize that, or do you want it just regular? You know, and that's the dichotomy each person lives with. That's why I say we're all born naked and the rest is drag.
Well, let me ask you, because...
Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen.
Now, you are one of the best-looking drag queens ever. I mean,
wait a minute.
ever.
One of the best.
Well, you know, I don't want to get your head too big. You know, you are you heard me say you're the greatest drag queen that has been for the last 40 years, honey. So, but you don't come out in drag.
Right.
And people always say, why not?
Well, because drag, what I'm doing is, it is really, it's ironic. It's really mocking culture. It's just the fact people don't get the fact that I'm mocking identity because I look so damn good.
You do. You do.
They don't get the irony of it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Because she's fierce. She's fierce. You know.
Okay, now there have been so many rumors about you over the years.
Well, let me clear them up.
Okay.
36, 24, 36, and yes, they're real.
There you go. There you go. But we want to set them all straight. So will you play a game with us today?
Sure.
Okay, all right. So we have some props. We're going to play a game. It's called True. Get it? True or false? Okay.
Yeah.
You got it? Yep.
So,
okay, all right, we have some props.
Are you ready for the paddles?
Okay, we're ready. We're ready. Paddles.
Okay.
It sounds so dirty. It's not.
Okay.
yes.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Here are your questions.
Okay.
Ru has driven cross country over 50 times. True or false?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing.
Before going to bed, Ru watches Murder, She Wrote almost every night.
I watched it last night.
Oh my God.
I love Angela Lansbury.
Yes. Now, how about this? Ru was originally cast to play Miss Hannigan, which might have helped, in the new movie remake of Annie, but declined because he cannot stand children. True or false? There is a wax figure of Ru in Madame Tussauds.
Yes.
True.
Yeah, true.
And
Two of them, actually. There's one in San Francisco and one in New York.
yes, I bet there's 3.
Oh,
Because one in England, is there not?
Yes,
Yes,
that's
there
right.
is. Yes, I know my stuff.
Oh,
You
that's
know.
right.
And like Rosie Perez, Rue made his movie debut in a Spike Lee film. True or false?
Yay, true.
You have to come back. You have to. We have to have all the drag queens here at some point.
Well, if you want to see the drag queens, come to DragCon in Los Angeles. It's like Comic-Con.
Right.
And it's May 16th in Los Angeles. Come there and have a new album. Go get it on iTunes.
Gonna do it. Thank you, RuPaul. RuPaul's Drag Race airs Monday nights on Logo. Check your local listings, and we, of course, will be right back.
Next, funny man Tommy Davidson.
That I was fortunate to be a part of. In Living Color is about to celebrate its 25th anniversary, and I'm thrilled to welcome the man behind some of the show's funniest moments. Please welcome the dear Tommy Davidson. It's been 20
God, I love it.
You know.
I love the view. Look at this.
This was a constant at In Living Color. He was always funny and sweet, and it's been 25 years.
Yes, it
and
has.
it's produced
Yes,
such
it
great
has.
talent, such as yourself.
And yourself.
Oh, well, thank you, darling. David Allen Greer, Jennifer Lopez, the Wayans brothers, Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx.
Yep.
The list just goes on and on. Carrie Ann and all.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
with
The
Dancing
dance
with
queen.
the Stars
And you, fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. If you ever get a chance, watch the opening and do the right thing.
Okay, but we're not gonna let's talk about it. Why do you think that it just produced so much?
It was actually funny.
Yeah.
You know, it was actually funny.
Yeah.
You know, when we got into TV, you know, there was a lot of laugh tracks. You know, Saturday Night Live, it kind of like was doing this thing here. And all of us were like, Keenan was like Professor Xavier, you know that, for the X-Men. He like found us, put us together. We were like comedy mutants. And he was like, he was just like, I'm the Beast, by the way. And we just went at him. But the thing about it was we were really funny. Like, we really loved comedy.
Yes.
We watched people like her, you know? And, yeah.
What was the auditioning process? You already said that you met the Wayans brothers, and you were known for really doing stand-up before you got your big break. So how did it come about?
It was a little scary. I had met Keenan. He had done a movie called I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, and I met him there. Yeah.
Tell you.
Huge movie, you know? And I was like, hey, how you doing? He was like, I heard of you. You know, and he was like, you're really, really funny. I want you to come in for the show. So when I went in for the show, the improv was the first thing to do. Now, I had never done improv. I had done it at my house when I was a kid. I didn't know it was improv. My mother used to tell me, shut the hell up. So I get in there, and this is improv. He goes, you're a cab driver, you're Puerto Rican, you're in New York, and the person in the backseat is eating. And I'm like, you know, hey, put it down, you can't eat in my cab. You know, I just tried, and I walked out of there going, I don't know what I did. But then they had a stand-up audition with 30 of the hottest comedians in LA, and I was number 30 on the list. And so never back a chihuahua in the corner. You know? Yeah. So I got a standing ovation, and the rest was history. Yeah, the rest was history,
Now, you were known for a lot of great characters on the show. But we love your impersonations. Can you, like, do a little something for us? Do you have a few that we like?
Please do sing.
Well, that's probably the easiest one, Rose. They say some people long ago were looking for some brand new news, one that they can use like no other. So they stopped. Hold on. They stopped at the View.
Who else? How about Obama?
Well, you know, Obama's pretty easy. The thing about President Obama, he He can take something that's not important and make it sound important. For instance, let's talk about Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
They're part of an essential breakfast. Tony the Tiger wears this bandana, so he's very, very swanky. And on top of that, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes are great.
I just have to ask you, were you like this as a kid?
Oh, was I? I mean, I would do impressions. I didn't know there were impressions then. I'd do Al Jarreau, you know, boom, da, boom, da, bam, bam, bam. And my mother would like, would you be quiet? And then one time she saw Al Jarreau on TV and she was like, do that again? You know, so I always had that knack to do it. I'm like a computer. It's like, if I see it, I can do it. Yeah.
All right, so now you're doing a movie in Toronto, and you're also doing a one-man show?
Yeah, I've been working.
Inspired by anybody, maybe?
Inspired by this one right here. By this one right here, yeah.
Called Frat Pack,
it's
right?
Called Frat Pack. A British guy comes to America. His mom marries a dude in Detroit. You can imagine where it goes from there.
Yeah. And we love you. I hope you come back. You are one of the funniest people. I'm so happy for you. Our thanks to Tommy Davidson. Be sure to catch Tommy's Comedy Club, which stops at the Funny Bone in Richmond, Virginia, this Thursday through Sunday. We will be right back.
Garcelle will be here tomorrow. We thank you for coming, and have a great day, and take a little time to enjoy the view.